All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to VESL Northeast Qualifiers Week 1 Smash Ultimate. We have two teams about to face off today right in their backyard. Catinator, why don't you tell us about these two teams?
These two teams, as you say, could not be closer. 8 minutes away. It takes them less time to get to each other than it takes me to get to my local Walmart grocer. So that tells you how close these teams really are. We got Currituck County High School up against JP Knapp Early College. These squads battling for the rights to claim Currituck County as their own, if you will. All North Carolina schools here in VESL. So all the action going to come through that way. We're on the northeastern side, as you mentioned. This conference should have two teams making it out. One of them at the very top going to regionals. So very essential that you win here early in these qualifiers.
Most definitely. Especially starting in week 1, it's a great thing. We only have 4 weeks to get through this, so the more wins you can get, the better. Especially right now, we only have one set to start off with. I don't know the players, but I did see a Ryu and I did see a Ness. So
it'll be an interesting matchup as we'll jump into our first game. $25,000 of prizing is what you're qualifying for here in the VESL Conference, so this should be a good one.
That's right, and we're going to get right into it here, starting on Small Battlefield Omega version. A very interesting choice to start on FD against Ness.
A little early neutral stage picked up by Trix. Fought back for it pretty quickly, though. And I'd say no real advantage coming through just yet. I think this first matchup will give us some foreshadowing to what the rest of the series might look like.
Most definitely. They're just kind of filling each other out right now. No one's really committing to going in on the other. Couple whiffed grabs at center stage. Ryu went for the down air there, not able to convert into anything, just not picking up on these combos.
And while we get this feeling out process, Cody, what are you feeling like in terms of this matchup specifically?
In this matchup specifically, I feel like Ryu can struggle to get in against Ness. I mean, Ness has PK Fire. Ness has really good air mobility. I mean, Ryu very solid once he gets that first hit to lead into that combo string, and very easy to find the kill as well. Very volatile character, but it's just hard for him to find that opening against a character like Ness. But we're not seeing Pratt here have a lot of trouble with that. Already getting the first stock off of Trix.
No, certainly not. Doing a good job of spacing right now, working into their own opportunities at an 80% and a very quickly reset by Trix. Meditated for a second there on platform before he comes down, but comes down and handles business. We're even up here, 2 stocks apiece.
Dead even. That was really good from Pratt to start mashing the down tilt, so so Trix couldn't get any follow-ups off of that whiffed fair on that string. Very good use of the PSI magnet as well to absorb these Hadoukens to heal up just a little bit.
Some danger at ledge, handled nicely by the Ness. He countered from the Riku early, and a good shield option to get out of that one. So still a bit of a feeling out process. Pretty dead even set still as we work at about 60% on each.
Most definitely. And that was a very brave, I'll call it, Tatsumaki into that charge down smash from Trix. And a forward smash out of nowhere, sending Trix off to the left blast zone. And now Trix on his last stock. Has to find an answer pretty quick. Double fair is going to start it off. Down smash not going to connect, not even in the same zip code as Ryu.
Say Trix was chilling at the start of this game. Has looked to take a little extra space now, maybe looking at some desperation towards the end of this one. Went for that forward smash with pretty much no protection. Took it raw and does not work out in his favor. High percentage already. Pratt looking like he's going to walk away with this one. Trix barely holding on to give him the ledge. He'll get hit in the recovery. It's not looking good in these final moments.
That was a really interesting interaction as Pratt takes the side B to close out game 1 with a 2-stock. I like the usage of the PSI magnet to stall the landing. Trix just didn't have an answer to Pratt didn't have an answer to catch that landing at all. But then when Trix tried to answer with the F smash, Pratt, instead of rolling or shielding or anything really conventional, forward smashes the opposite way and hurt box shifts away from the Ness forward smash and avoids it and is able to close out that game with the Tatsumaki. And we're going to go into game 2 here just in a second. What do you think these players need to adjust going into the second game?
You know, I feel like we started to see a bit more pressure coming through from Trix. I think you look at that spacing out. You mentioned the fact that if Ryu can get going into the combo, a lot of percentage can acquire very quickly. So I think we get some nerves there from the nest towards the end. You know, we started to see some extra work come through. But I think Trix has to make a decision, right? You either got to be confident on it or step away. But either way, you got to make a decision on what end you're going to go to, or Pratt's going to walk away with this one 2-0.
Most definitely. And first adjustment I noticed here, we're going to go to Hollow Bastion. I think Trix trying to hope that the platform helps him a little bit. Pratt trying to find a lot of mileage out of that Tatsu, just back and forth 3 times in a row, I think I counted. Just positioning himself on stage. Trix is just going for all of these like crazy like smash attacks that not outside of kill percent, and Pratt's really taking advantage of it. Got to punish it every time, and that's going to be an early percent kill. Pratt only at 39, taking the first stock off of Trix.
Very early work from Pratt. It's the fact that Trix has to find a way to commit to things, and Pratt not going to let that happen. Just playing nicer right now. Good shield option for Trix to get him off stage. Opportunity there. Use the yo-yo nicely, but still a recovery going to come through from that Ryu. Continues to gain space.
Most definitely. Great up smashes and anti-air. Trix has been landing directly on top of Pratt this entire set. That time, not going to come out in time. And so brave just to charge the smash attacks. I think he just knows that Trix isn't going to be super eager to pull the trigger on those, and he can just get a hit off for free.
Yeah, I see Trix looking for it a lot as well. So Pratt's done a good job of reading into it, knowing that that bat's going to come out, and Trix getting caught out a couple times with it. Does manage to recover here, even on percentage, but not the way you want it to be if you're Trix who's already down a stock.
Absolutely, and just a lot of PSI magnet being used here. That's not going to save it from forward smash. And Pratt up 3 stocks to Trix's 1.
Trix starting to get into a bit of a flow here, but it will be too little too late. We'll chill on the neutral stage, drop shield just as the attack comes through with a clean parry, and is able to gain a stock back, 14%, so you really got to avoid damage here if you want a chance at the nest.
Absolutely. This is by no means, Trix by no means is out of this game. 66%, that's still nothing, especially as volatile as Ness is. I mean, if you get 1 or 2 good strings, this game could be over. We could be going to a game 3. But we're going to need to see some adjustments from Trix, and I don't think we're seeing it quite yet. Misses the ledge to get back on stage, and air dodges right into it. American air dodge. You hate to see it. And Pratt takes the set 2-0.
Yeah, clean 2-0 from Pratt. Does a good job of adjusting properly there. Trix, I think, does try to show us some new stuff, minus the raw forward smash coming out still, just getting caught out. But other than that, some decent mix-ups, some good options as well, and recoveries. But unfortunately, it's just not quite enough.
Not quite enough, and both these players are going to go back to the lab, trying to figure a few things out. But Pratt going to walk away with the W, and I think that will do it for us. Catinator, it was a great time commentating with you.
Yeah, absolutely. A pleasure. If you're looking for more Smash action tonight, there are a couple conferences that are live. Make sure you're checking out the VESL socials. All socials at VESLGG, VESLGG. But for us here in the Northeastern Conference, that's all we have for you tonight. So check out the